Hello, everybody. I'm Brett Wagner, and welcome to Pastime. Name the time, win the cash. It's that easy. We are in Chandler, Arizona, at Firebird International Raceway, and I got a couple $1,000s I want to give away. Let's go right to our contestants. Mike, how you doing, buddy? Thanks for coming out. John, how you doing? John Palmer.
Great, thanks.
And the owner and operator of Texas Chassis Work, my man, my partner, Ken Herring.
Hey, man.
Ken, we're in Chandler, Arizona. A little chilly.
A little chilly.
Is that
all good.
Is that gonna affect the track?
Yeah, it may affect it a little later, but we'll get to wear some shades even though it's cold. So
I know, we're wearing the
can't
cool
complain.
shades. All right, folks, let's get right to our first driver. How are you, sir? What's your name?
My name is Dennis Kilowatt Barobi.
Thanks for coming out, Dennis. Tell me about that ride.
It's an electric car with about a 31 cubic inch motor.
Did you just say electric drag car?
Absolutely, it's an electric drag car. It's like a glorified golf cart motor.
You're going green on us.
Absolutely.
Wow, that's awesome. Mike, first question.
How many batteries are in that?
How many batteries, Dennis?
Mike, there's 452 small lithium batteries.
Wow.
John, your first question.
Well, where I grew up, it looked like they had doors on race cars, and what I see here is a junior dragster with big tires. Are those just for looks, or?
No, I really need that tire to hook up most of the time going down the track.
All right.
And Ken Herring, this is a first for you and me,
Wow,
buddy.
it's definitely a first. Let me ask you, if you were guessing a horsepower, what kind of horsepower would those electric motors make?
Oh, God, that's very hard to come up with exactly. But the motor is about 31 cubic inches in size.
If you just had to guess, I mean, 100, 200, 500, just
Maybe 300 horsepower.
Okay. Wow, that's amazing.
Yeah.
So you ready to make a green pass for us?
We're going to try.
All right, Dennis, let's get going. All right, gentlemen, this first pass is worth $100. Mike, tell me a little bit about yourself.
I'm from Chandler, Arizona. Work for Southwest Airlines. Been around drag racing, worked on Paul Martin's funny car back when I was 15, 16. Yeah.
You're one of those guys that works for Southwest, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, my
You
wallet,
large guys
yeah, my
don't like
clothes.
Yep, that's me.
Now, what do you do for Southwest?
Cargo. Cargo and baggage.
We appreciate you getting our whole film crew here, and God bless you. All right, let's lock in those times, gentlemen. This first pass is worth $100.
Get in it.
Mike is locked in, John is locked in, and Ken Herring is locked in. Let's take Ken Herring with a 1090. John with an 820. And Mike with an 1140. Should be an interesting burnout. All right.
Oh, listen to that thing.
Oh,
Makes
yeah.
some noise.
Yeah, it makes some noise, yes. Put it sensational down there.
Well, here we go, gentlemen.
God, that thing is nasty. Listen to the tire
It's
skipping.
slipping on the track.
Wow. John, here.
Wow.
Holy crap.
862.
Wow.
John, you're on to something there.
job,
Ladies and
man.
gentlemen, do a little
Good
recap.
job.
Ken Herring
Get you
sitting
next
on
time.
0. John sitting on $100, and Mike sitting on $100. Let's get right to our next driver. How are you? Thanks for being on the show. What's your name?
Brandon.
Brandon, tell me about your ride.
It's a 68 Dart GTS small block car. It's a 360 with the automatic tranny.
All right, Mike, first question for Brandon.
How much your car weigh?
About 3,300 pounds with me in it.
And John, first question for Brandon.
Did you bracket race that car, or do you race in a class?
Sportsman car.
Okay, thank you.
And Ken Herring for Brandon.
Do you ever street drive the car?
Yeah, it's a street car.
So he's your daily driver?
Not a daily driver, but it does see some street use.
On the weekends when you got some dates? Want to
Every
show
once
off?
in a while.
Yeah, I know you, Brandon. All right, Brandon, let's make a pass, buddy.
All right.
All right, gentlemen, let's lock in your times there. All right, Mike is already
I don't
locked
see
in.
my time.
Yeah.
Okay.
John is locked in and Ken is locked in. Let's take a look at those times, gentlemen. A 1280 for Ken, a 1299 for John, and a 1365 for Mike. All right, gentlemen, let's remember to use those decimal points. John, a little computer malfunction, but I know you got a 1299.
Okay.
Not a big deal for us on pastime.
We're all thinking alike. This is would be a good one.
I think because the track cold, it's not going to hold the tire.
Yeah.
It's getting cold, but it's basically it's an all steel car. It's
Oh,
a
yeah.
stock bracket type car.
Uh-huh.
Well, better than I thought.
Yeah.
Just needs to be about 1280 good.
Got a good jump there.
Come on.
Yeah.
Get down there. Oh,
All right.
12:30. Ken Herring.
Whoa.
Keeping that money.
Cash
at
is
home.
good. Let's do a little recap. Ken Herring's sitting on 100. John is sitting on 100, and Mike from Chandler sitting on 0. Got a lot more rounds to go. Let's bring up our next driver. Thank you very much for coming out. Tell me a little bit about your car.
It's a 73 Plymouth Duster. It's got a 363-inch Mopar small block. It's a rebuilt Chrysler short block in it with stock heads. It's got a 904 transmission, 456 rear gears.
All right, Mike, first question.
How much horsepower about?
About 400.
John
Any nitrous on that car?
No nitrous, normally aspirated.
and Ken Herring.
Has it got a slick on the back, or it's hard to tell from here?
They're 9-inch slicks.
Okay. All righty.
You ready to make a Portuguese man of war kind of run?
I'm ready to go do it.
All right, let's make a pass. All right, gentlemen, let's lock in our times. This is the last of our $100 rounds. All right, everybody is locked in. Let's take a look at those times.
I was $11.99. $11.99.
All right, Ken Herring sitting on 11:30. John is 11.99, and Mike with the 12 flat. John, tell me a little bit about yourself.
Well, I'm a service manager at Orange County Motorsports in Santa Ana, California, and came over here today to see if we could beat up on the pro here. He seems to be knocking everybody off, so it's time somebody leveled him.
We get a lot of that.
I understand. I understand.
Oh, man.
Everybody's out to gun my boy down.
Come on, get in there now.
Man, y'all were so close, though. $11.99 and a 12 flat.
I think
11.99 was going to be right here. Come on, come on.
Mike!
Did it.
Mike,
Good
big
job,
Mike,
dude.
$100. All right, cash is good. Do a little recap.
Congratulations.
Ken is sitting on $100. John is sitting on $100, and Mike is sitting on $100. It's all tied up, folks. Don't go anywhere. We're coming back with more pastime when the rounds get a little bit more expensive. We'll see you in a second.
Hey, if you like drag racing like I like drag racing, then you need to click subscribe, ring the bell, POWERtube TV. Haven't heard of it? You're going to.
All right, folks, welcome back to Pastimes. Our rounds are starting to go up in a little bit more cash. Let's meet our next driver. How are you, sir? What's your name?
Steve Gant,
Steve, tell me about your ride.
76 Plymouth Volare Roadrunner. It's got a 360 engine in it, a 727 torque flight, positive rear end. I bought it about 11 months ago, and I've been restoring it ever since to make a daily driver out of it.
Mike, for this first 200 round pass, give me your question.
What rear end's in that?
It's an 8 1/4.
8 1/4. Big John.
Is that a drag radial tire?
It's not a radial, but it is a Hoosier QuickTime.
Okay.
And Ken Herring.
Is this like a stock daily driver for you you're restoring, or
Pretty much, yeah.
with a drag race? I mean, with a Hoosier QuickTime on the back?
Yeah, I mean, it's a well-built
It's
360.
kind of a
right.
sleeper car.
Yeah, pretty much.
You ready to make a pass?
All
Sure.
All right, let's get right to it. All right, gentlemen, the first of our $200 rounds. It is all tied up. Let's lock in those times. Mike, you're locked in pretty quick there, buddy.
Yeah, hopefully it's the right one.
Got to be fast. John is locked in, and Ken Herring taking his time as usual.
Say the best for
Mike's
last.
a cargo guy. He knows he's got to move fast. All right, everybody's locked in. Let's take a look at those times. Ken Herring with the 1275, John with the 1388, and Mike at a 1350.
Here he goes.
I don't know, man.
Sure, I was a lot of Mopars up here.
Yeah, but it's hard to tell. I don't know what it. It
It's a
sounds
pretty
good.
stock-looking
Yeah.
car, isn't it? It's a serious straight car.
Yeah, it sounds good. I just don't know if it's as fast as I was thinking.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Here we go.
All right, let's make a pass.
All right.
Yeah, may have been a little off on that one.
I don't think John's going to get this one.
Yeah.
It's not going to be 12. I'll tell you that.
No, it's definitely. Wow.
13.53. Mike!
Oh!
I almost handed the cash to
Almost
John. Mike,
perfect.
give me a little time there.
Almost
Mike,
perfect.
ladies and gentlemen, Mike from Chandler, Arizona,
Oh.
sitting on $300. John sitting on $100, and Ken sitting on $100. Let's get to our next driver. Now, ladies and gentlemen, this is our combo round, guys. This is where we bring 2 cars or 2 bikes or 2 trucks up. You got to give me 1 combined time going down the track. We got that?
Okay.
All right, let me meet our drivers. How are you, sir?
Good. How you doing?
What's your name?
Eric.
Eric, tell me about your ride.
I've got a 1965 Pontiac GTO. It's a full tube chassis car with a 508-inch all aluminum Pontiac motor in it, power glide, and a 9-inch rear end.
All right, appreciate it. What is your name?
Amber.
Amber, tell me about your ride.
It's a 1967 Chevy Nova with a 540 Vasco, Dana rear end, power glide, Hughes tranny, race car.
Now, guys, you only get to ask 1 question to 1 driver. So who's it going to be there, Mike?
I'll go Eric. How much your car weigh?
2600 going down the track.
John, Eric, or Amber?
Eric, and is that a super comp car?
No, it's just a pro car, bracket car.
Okay.
Eric or Amber, Ken?
Amber. Amber, how long you been driving?
I've been racing since I was about 15.
Wow. So 2 years?
Huh?
So 2 years?
Yep. No.
All right, you guys ready to make a pass for us?
Ready.
All right, let's do this. All right, wow, combined time. This is the combo round, folks. 1 combined time, both cars, $200. Mike, you're locked in again already. John is locked in. So we got Chandler, Arizona is locked in. Irvine, California is locked in. And Tyler, Texas is locked in. Let's take a look at those times.
That's Texas, all right.
An 1850 for Ken Herring, a 1965 for John, and a 2065 for Mike. All right, let's make a pass.
Sounds great. Yeah. They sound good.
Yeah. Go big or stay home.
That's both good passes.
She put a whole shot on him, that's for sure.
He forgot to leave.
Yeah, he was asleep.
Oh, yeah.
892 and 898.
Ken, let me get 1790. Ken Herring, the house.
Why you make me wait? You know I'm trying to get this money.
Let's do a little recap. Ken Herring sitting on 300, John sitting on 100, and Mike sitting on $300. 1 more car in the $200 range. Let's bring him up. How are you? What's your name?
Debbie Dolzel.
Debbie, how are you?
Great.
Tell me about your car.
It's a Janser-built dragster, 2006, 235 inches long, has a 509, 410 rear end gear, and about 750 horsepower.
All right, Mike, first question.
Man, I don't even know where to start. Dragster's lost on him. I'll pass.
All right, he's going to pass. John.
I was just wondering whether you plan on pulling the parachute at the other end of the track.
Always. Safety first.
Thank you.
Ken Herring.
Debbie, is a throttle stop on?
No throttle stop.
All right.
Ready to make a pass for us?
I was born ready.
Make Century 21 proud for us. All right. All right, gentlemen. Last of the $200 rounds. John, this puts you right back in middle tie again.
I hope so.
Ken Herring locked in very quick. John is locked in. What happened there, Mike? Mike is locked in. Don't know the rails, huh?
Yeah, not really good one on the
All right.
rails.
Let's take a look at the times. Ken Herring with an 820.
Look at that.
John with an 860 and Mike with an 820.
Oh.
Mike, you were the last to enter, so if it's a tie, it's going to go to Ken Herring.
Don't worry about it, because they're going to run 860.
Can I change it?
The one time you need to be fast there, Mike, and you were snoozing.
I know.
That's all right. John says he's taking the money.
That's right.
Hey, you know what we didn't see? That SC beside the numbers.
No, actually, I did see the SC.
Did you really?
That's why I asked her if she was going to open the parachute at the end.
Yeah. Well, you know what? Super Comp is 890, so
Yeah.
It's possible it could run 860 depending on the track and the weather.
yeah. Yeah, who knows? So many variables.
Yeah.
All right, gentlemen, let's watch
Here we
this
go.
time.
All right. Nice straight run.
It looks fast
That's
enough.
going to be
Straight
a fast
run.
time.
Come on, 820. Hang on. John.
That's
843.
John. That's me, baby.
John.
That's me.
Big
Thank
John.
you. Thank
Right
you.
there. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's do a little recap.
Good job, man.
$300 for Ken. Big John sitting on $300.
All right.
And Mike sitting on $300. It's a three-way tie, and don't go anywhere. We're coming back with more Jack, more cash, more pastime. We'll see you in a second. All right, folks, welcome back to Pastime. We're getting into our later rounds. The money is going up. We got a three-way tie. Let's bring up our next driver. Thank you for coming out, buddy. What's your name?
Jeff.
Jeff, that's a beautiful car. Tell me about it.
It's an original 1973 40 Dart with an automatic and a 410 posi rear, 8 3/4 rear end. And it was given to me by my father-in-law 5 years ago for Christmas, and it's my little baby now.
Mike, first question.
How much
I know
horsepower
Mike,
are you running?
actually.
How much horsepower?
I don't know. It's never been on a dyno. I would say low force.
Big John.
Any nitrous on that car?
No nitrous.
Straight motor.
Just, yeah,
All
pump
right.
gas, no blower, no turbo.
All right.
Ken Herring.
Has it got a slick on the back?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
All right.
You're pretty calm. You're pretty
Yeah.
calm.
Yeah.
You know what you're doing. Nice gift.
I'll
by
figure
the
it
way.
out.
Nice gift.
I'll
Let's go.
figure
Let's
it
make a
out,
pass. A gift from his father-in-law. That's pretty nice. All right, gentlemen, we are up into the $300 rounds. This is a three-way tie, Ken. Pretty close race.
Yeah, it's really close right now.
Chandler, Arizona, Irvine, California, and Tyler, Texas. Big John is locked in. You know what? I've noticed, Mike, when you don't lock in too quick, you don't do too good.
Yeah. I'm lost.
Hey, Ken Herring is locked in. All right, gentlemen, let's take a
go
look at
with
this
the
time.
first
It's a
guest,
12:30 for Ken Herring. Boy, a 12:99 for John and an 11:23 for Mike. Let's make a pass.
Oh, it sounds good, though.
Sounds good.
Sounds good.
Boy, it's a pretty car.
Man, why is there so many Dodges here?
It's more like a
amazing.
show car event.
It's really clean. Oh, that sounds good.
I lost everything.
Yep.
John, I don't think it's good for you.
No.
Those
I
wheel parts
don't
are
know that
like
it's
a
good
lot.
for me either. That's the problem.
Oh, 1164. Big Mike, there you go. $300.
Mike is killing us.
Taking it up. All right, let's do a little recap. Mike is sitting on $600 from Chandler, Arizona. John sitting on $300 and Ken sitting on $300. Our next $300 round is coming right up. Let's bring up our next driver. Thank you so much for coming out. What's your name?
Todd Estel,
What is that monster behind us?
34 Chevy,
Tell me a little bit about it.
196 Chevy. It's got a Power Glide, 9-inch Ford, 456 gears. It weighs 2,100 pounds.
Looks like it's fun.
It is fun. It is a good car, fun car.
All right, Mike.
What bracket do you run?
Usually Super Pro.
Super Pro. Big John.
Looks like a funny car body on that thing. That's a pretty nice looking car.
Thank you.
That's it?
That's it. I'm ready.
All right, and Ken Herring.
Tell us what cylinder heads are on it.
What kind of cylinder heads?
It's got a square port open chamber GM 990 heads.
990s, okay.
You ready to take that fun monster down the track for us? Sure. Let's make a pass. All right, gentlemen, $300. All right, gentlemen, this is a $300 pass. Let's take a look. $860 for Ken Herring, a $300 for John, and Mike with a $789. Yeah, Mike, mathematically, folks, if Mike wins this,
Sounds good.
it's all done. Now, he's got a parachute on there, Ken.
Yeah, you've got to have it. Anything over 150 miles an hour has to have a chute. Man, the 990, the square port 990 heads on a 496 should make 700, 650 horsepower. But I mean, it just don't sound like that.
Right.
All right,
Yours sounds
gentlemen,
better.
let's watch this pass.
Here we go.
Well, that might be one of our fast passes of the day right there.
Come on.
890, baby.
John!
Oh, yes.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's do a little recap. Ken is sitting on $300. John is sitting on $600. And Mike is sitting on $600. Folks, it's anybody's game. When we come back, it's pastime. Don't go anywhere. The final round is coming up worth $500. All right, folks, welcome back to Pastime. We are in our final round, and it is anybody's game. Let me tell you something, $600 for Mike, John on 600, and Ken on 300. But this is the final round. We always save something a little special for last, and it's worth $500. So Mike and John, whoever wins this round is going to win everything. It's winner take all. That means if Ken Herring wins, it puts him at $800. You guys have to hand over your cash. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Have you had a good time?
I have.
All right, gentlemen, let's bring up our final racer. How you doing, sir? And what is your name, sir?
Jim Ronan.
I thought it was, you're kind of a Jesse James lookalike there.
I heard people tell Jesse he looks like me, so.
You know what? Amen. Tell me about that ride.
That car is called Shaky Puddin'. It's an old East Coast gasser car. I bought it as a rolling chassis a few years ago.
Shaky Pudding?
Shaky Puddin'.
Puddin', sorry. What do you got in it?
454, 100 over, stock GM 990 heads, Hillborn injection.
Very nice. Mike, first question.
How much horsepower is that putting out?
Maybe 700-ish.
700-ish.
I like that ish.
John.
What events have you been running in it? Have you been running some of the nostalgia events, or are you
Pretty much
bracket?
that's it. Nostalgia events up in Surprise, Arizona. I ran the Hot Rod Reunion in Bakersfield in 07.
March meet type things?
This year I might bring it out to the March meet, yes.
All right.
Ken Herring.
How does this thing handle with the straight axle front end?
Way better than with A-arms, that's for sure.
Does it?
All right, we appreciate you coming out. You ready to make a pass for us? All right, let's do this. All right, gentlemen. Let me show them what's up at stake here, right here. $500, last pass of the night. This is going to put one of you in the lead, and you're going to win the whole shebang. Uh-oh. Mike is already locked in.
I'm hoping it's a number.
Mike is already locked in. John is locked in. And Ken Herring.
Ken is worried.
All right, let's take a look. Come on, Ken. Come on there.
I'm
Ken.
coming.
Ken, I want you to save
save
this
our money.
I want you
Trying
to
to
save our
this
money. Let's take a look at those times. Ken Herring with a 980.
Oh,
John with an 890. And Mike with a 990.
Mike, you're killing me.
I'm kind of nervous about this one.
Yeah, now I'm nervous now. I'm a little nervous now.
It's got a pretty big motor in there.
But you know, gassers just don't handle, you know.
Yeah. Down.
Usually all over the place, usually.
I don't care if it handles as long as it goes 890.
Exactly.
Sounds good, doesn't it?
Sure does. Come on.
All right, gentlemen, here we go. Last. Whoa!
Man,
890, come on, baby. Come on. We are going to get a pass. Wow. If it's a 983, Ken Herring, I'm sorry.
You know that guy yourself.
I apologize, ladies and gentlemen. Ken Herring with $800 puts him over the top. John and Mike, I'm sorry, you got to hand over that cash. It's Pastime. Name the time, win the cash. It's that easy. From Chandler, Arizona, I'm Brett Wagner for Speed. We'll see you next time.